Hey, how's it going? Roby here. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since you've seen my mug, which means it's been a while since we've done a video review. And in fact, for the first time today, we're going to be taking a look at a watch that is currently on Kickstarter. However, rest assured, it met its funding goals on day one, and it's not something that you can't get your hands on. In fact, it's called The Architect, and it's from Tessé Watches. So let's not waste any time and take a closer look. There's a quiet confidence that defines both Tessé Watches and its founder, Thomas Brissiaud. He's reserved, thoughtful, and meticulous, the kind of person who prefers to let his work speak for itself. And yet, when you look at The Architect, it's hard to call it quiet. This is a bold statement in geometry and restraint, a watch that seems to bend light and shadow into form. For those who followed Tessé's evolution, from the warm refinement of the Michel GMT Rose Gold to the bold vibrance of the GMT Crimson Drive, well then this new release feels like a natural, if somewhat daring, progression. While the Michel focused heavily on case engineering, the Architect turns inward. It's a study in what happens when the dial becomes a structural object rather than simply a surface. It's composed of 21 individual components, including 13 luminous blocks and a lattice of hand-polished half circles. It's a bit like a miniature construction site of precision and patience. The assembly process is so exacting that Tessé rejects a significant number of the dials that don't meet its standards. The result is a dial that behaves almost like a sculpture. Depending on the light, the half circles shimmer, the lume blocks glow faintly beneath the surface, and the negative space draws the eye in unexpected ways. It's an object that feels both minimalist and maybe maximalist, silent and commanding. Inside beats the ETA 2892. It's a movement prized for its thinness and smooth sweep, here in the Elaborate grade and regulated to -4 to +6 seconds per day across 5 positions. Tessé houses it in a custom-engraved movement holder visible through the sapphire caseback. It's a thoughtful touch that reminds you that this is more than just a pretty face. The case itself will feel familiar to anyone who's handled a Michel, 40mm across, 10.8mm thick, and 47.1mm lug to lug. And it's also treated with a 1200 HV anti-scratch coating that gives the stainless steel a subtle sheen. It's paired with an Italian leather strap, which, in keeping with the design language, avoids unnecessary stitching or embellishment. As an option, there's also a rubber strap that is cut to size with a deployant clasp. While I didn't size it up for the purposes of this video, it does feel quite supple. Tessé's decision to launch the Architect on Kickstarter might surprise some, but as Brissiaud explains, this isn't really about raising funds, it's more about visibility. At just under $1,000 for early backers, the level of design and complexity and the Swiss-made craftsmanship here is quite remarkable. No one is ever going to accuse the Architect of being a wallflower. It's a watch that refuses to be background noise. It's a watch that demands attention not just through flash and color, but through an interplay of light and also texture. It's Tessé's most refined design yet, and perhaps its most honest. Brissiaud once told me that he wanted his watches to feel like objects designed, not decorated. With the Architect, he's achieved that in full. It's a watch that feels as if it could have been drawn by a draftsman's hand. Clean lines, perfect balance, and a quiet pulse of purpose beneath it all. Although the Kickstarter campaign has just gotten underway, the Architect has already achieved its modest funding goals. However, if you're interested in that early bird pricing, there's still plenty of time left. As always, let us know what you think in the comments section below. And until next time, thanks for watching.